Hello, my name's Kate Williams. I am a Macmillan Advanced Nurse Practitioner and I mainly deal with myeloma. Myeloma is a blood-borne cancer. It's one of the less common cancers, but because in BHRUT we see a large catchment area, we see a large amount of patients with this disorder. It is a disorder that has changed over the last 20 odd years. There are several lines of therapies, but as it's not curative, a lot of people are living with the cancer. Because of this, it can affect obviously their bones, it can affect their kidneys, their normal bloods, and therefore these patients need a lot of support.
Hello, my name is Dave. I was initially diagnosed in January 2018 after many months of increasing excruciating back pain, which eventually travelled down my right leg, and I was in such pain that I couldn't get in or out of bed. It got that bad. I went to the GP several times. I was sent for several scans and x-rays. Finally, I went into Queen's Hospital for a biopsy, and the biopsy didn't go too well, so I was kept in for a lot longer than one day, and during that time I had further tests, and a bone marrow sample was taken, and then I was told that I had multiple myeloma. So we had already been to a support group, and whilst we knew we were going to this other support group, it was way over at Reading, it wasn't in our area, Kate approached me and said, would I and my wife be interested in helping to set up the support group at Queen's Hospital? So, didn't really know that much about it, but a little, obviously we'd seen at Reading, so we said, yeah, that's fine. So I wouldn't say we were commandeered into it, but when I said I'd agree, I volunteered Margaret as a secretary and to take the minutes, which she's very good at doing, but I don't know whether she'd thank me for it or not. So the support group started. I think we had 2 or 3 meetings here. Obviously it was very, very new to everybody, and I wouldn't say it was messy to start with, but it was a bit disorganised. We've got a lot more organised now. We're following up to get funding from Myeloma UK at the moment, which we've yet to get. And the actual groups are, I think there's about 18 to 20 have been coming, have been helpful to people at different levels. I tend to not seek so much support as perhaps some of the others, because Margaret has been my crutch throughout all the trauma and the hospital visits. She was there all the time and has been. In fact, the family referred to her as my nurse once I was discharged. She dealt with all the medication and everything else. And she's been a brick all the time, even during my moody periods. But yeah, the support group, there are different levels of support for different people. There's a lot of talking going on between patients, sufferers, and I think a lot of people get a lot from it. We've had the 1 or 2 that it's not for them, that's fair enough. The first week, people just sort of sat back and listened, but there's a lot more interactive chat between them about the medications and what's available, and then obviously the last couple of meetings we've had some consultants come along, specialists speak to us, explaining myeloma in a lot more detail, talking about new drugs that are coming on the market, and you know, it's not one fits all, and that there is hope in the future that a cure might be found.
So we applied for myeloma accreditation, Dr. Hassan and myself, and this was looking at the whole team, whole service. So it wasn't just about the myeloma team, it was about all the supportive services and the support we provide our patients and the care, and we actually achieved one of the top scoring in the whole of the country for our myeloma service. So we are so proud.